Today I want to talk to you about this pen. This is the Parker Parkette Delux. Very cool pen, made in 1937. And yeah, so this pen was on the low end of the Parker pen designs. I think the dual fold was at the top and it worked our way down to this one. This pen sold for just over $1 in 1937 and has a steel nib. These are early days for steel nibs. It's a Libra filler, which is interesting because most Parkers of that time period were button fillers, but this one's a Libra filler, and it is just really a gorgeous pen. Like, I'm not sure. Let's see if I can do the. Yeah, so you can see how nice the cellulite is on this one. It's got gold plating on the clip and the stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the parts of the pen. I'm going to give this pen some ratings out of 5, rating the design, the comfort, and the writing experience, and then we'll do a writing sample, and then we'll be done. So let's look at the parts of the pen. Okay, so these are the parts of the pen. Let's just take a moment, and I'm going to turn this around, just let you see the beautiful, beautiful cellulite they use in this pen. For a low-end pen, like, it's just gorgeous. A pen that looked like this today would never be a cheap pen, but this pen actually was considered one of the lowest end pens in Parker. Now, let's start with the cap. So here's a cap. It is fluted just like the barrel. I haven't counted how many of these indents there are, but there are a bunch. There's air holes on the other side there. It's got a black shiny top. There's a step in here. There was at one point when this pen was new, a gold band around here. At some point in the past, it had gotten lost. The clip has got a ball in the end. It's a pretty good clip. It's got kind of an Art Deco looking shape. It's pointing at the top. It says PAT in the top, I guess for patent. And it's got the kind of elongated diamond there and facets there. And it's got 3 gold bands down there. And then this gorgeous, beautiful plastic. The barrel is also fluted. It has a pretty good imprint. I doubt you can read it, but it says Made in the USA, Parkette Deluxe. And that back here says 27. This pen was made in 1937. I can't remember what the 2 stands for. This is a Libra filler, which, as I said, is rare for Parkers at this time because they were almost all button fillers. I read something interesting that said that one of the reasons why Parker put the Libra onto these low-end pens was because their competition had Libra fillers on their high-end pens, so they could kind of throw it in their face. The gold band on the end here, and the shiny end. So I guess I imagine that was supposed to match that, but no longer. There's a slight tiny little brassing on the Libra. Other than that, this pen is just in gorgeous, beautiful shape. It's got a black section. It's a plastic section, and it's got a nice hourglass shape to it. Fits in the hand. It fits nicely. For being like a small pen, it's actually not that bad in the hand. You can post it, but it doesn't post very deep, so it's actually pretty long. But you can hold like this. Now it's actually got a steel nib. This is early days for steel nibs. Earlier versions of the Parkettes had gold nibs, but this one is post-gold nibs. And a nice smooth feed there. And those are the parts of the pen. This pen's really beautiful. I like it a lot. Anyways, parts of the pen. So those were the parts of the pen. I'm going to give you some ratings. I completely forgot to do the measurements and the weight. But here, I'll just let you compare to an Ahab, which is a big pen. This pen is quite a bit shorter than that. Yeah, I'll do better next time. Anyways, truck goes by. Anyways, for design, I rate this pen a 5. I think that the cellulite is gorgeous. It's got a real cool Art Deco design. I really love the look of this pen, and it cleaned up really nicely when I restored and polished it all up. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5. For comfort, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 to 4. It's actually fits in my hand nicely. I don't need to post it. It's not too heavy. If you do post it, it's not back heavy. It's just a good functioning pen. It doesn't post very well, but I don't post. It doesn't bother me. For writing experience, I'll give it a 3. And that's not because anything bad, it's just because it's a finer line than I like normally, and it's a little bit more feedback than I like. But it's not bad feedback. It is just normal feedback for a very fine steel nib pen. Alright, so those are the ratings. I'm going to do the writing sample, and then we're done. Thank you. Okay, so let's do a writing sample. This is a Parker Parkette Delux. I would call it an extra fine nib, and the ink is Waterman's Serenity Blue, my go-to ink for vintage pens. So as I said, this pen was made in 1937. It's got this steel nib. Let's see how it writes. This pen, when new in 1937, sold for $1.25. It was cheap and almost disposable. Alright, so as you can see, it's a very, very fine line. It's got feedback. I wouldn't call it scratchy, but you know, it's definitely a very fine pen. Not unpleasant to write with though. People who like feedback, like say for example my wife, that would be probably right up her alley. As you can see, it fits my hand pretty well without being posted. It's still okay for comfort. It's a bit short. Let's see, will it keep up very quickly? So no skips, no hard starts. It definitely kept up. Is it wet? No, this is a pretty dry pen. I would put that like on a 3 on a scale of 1 to 10 on dryness or wetness. Maybe a 4, because it's not so dry that nothing's coming out, but it's really quite dry. Now how about line variation? Very little, and I'm actually kind of digging into the paper there, so not really. This is what I would call a nail. This is an old steel nib, and it's got really no give to it. Alright. Alright, so that's the writing sample. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, feel free to like it. Subscribe to the channel. There's plenty of videos on there. There's plenty more to come. Vintage, modern pens, nice mix. Until then, goodbye.